Softpost tutorial on Appium part 3. So in this particular tutorial we are going to look at how to simulate a back and home buttons in Android, how to sync in Android automation, then how to take screenshots, how to automate hybrid applications, then what are the important classes in the Appium library, then various actions on the mobile phones devices, like how we can automate that, and how to attach the Appium with the Selenium grid. So let us start with this one, simulating back and home buttons in Android. For that, what you have to do is you have to use this particular syntax. So you have to instantiate Android driver or iOS driver, and then you can use this press key code method and pass this Android key codes, back or home key codes, and then it will work like that. So over here is my Android phone, and I'm gonna zoom in or zoom scale down and then execute this for you. So Appium server is running over here, and what we are going to do is we are going to execute this test which will press this back and home button. So it's very simple line of code. Actually you have to use this method, and then Android key code, this particular class provides various key codes, so you can use those key codes and then that's how we can simulate different actions on the Android phone, like going back and clicking on the home button, etc. So that is about this thing. Then synchronization and taking a screenshot. So synchronization is pretty much similar to how you do the synchronization in Selenium, so I'm not gonna cover that. So you should know how we synchronize in Selenium. So similar methods are used in Android as well, and screenshot is also similar to the Selenium. So taking a screenshot is also a Selenium method. So I'll just quickly show you how it looks like, and our tests is also running over here. So what it will do is it will launch WhatsApp, and then it will press home and back buttons. So as you can see, it has launched the WhatsApp, and then it will press back and home buttons. So we'll not be able to see actually how it is clicking, but it will go back to the screen, main original screen. So as you can see, it has pressed the home button. So that's how we can execute this or simulate that actions. Now how to take the screenshot? To take the screenshots you can use the Selenium API. So you can use this particular method, take screenshot. You can cast the driver to the take screenshot interface, and then you can use this get screenshot as method, which creates the file, and then you can save that file to some location that like that. So it is just the Selenium API that you can use to take the screenshots as well in the Appium as well. And the synchronization, I already told you, implicit way, explicit way. This kind of synchronization techniques you can use in Appium as well. Then to test the hybrid application, you have to switch the contexts. Now to switch the contexts, you need to first find out how many contexts are there in the application. So you can use this particular method to get the count of the contexts in the application. Driver.get context handles.size, which returns more than 1 is the value. So if it is returns more than 1, that means there are more than one contexts, and then you can use this for loop to like iterate through the context, and you can get the context names. And if the context name contains web view, you can switch to that context using this method, driver context, and then you can use the Selenium web API to drive the automation in that particular web view. And to come back to the main contexts or native context, you can use this particular syntax, driver.context native_app. So that's how you automate the hybrid apps. Then Appium driver and Android driver mobile element, these are the classes in the Appium library for which you need this particular dependency. So all these classes are defined in that particular library. There is io.appium, this is the group ID, and java-client is the artifact ID. So this particular dependency is required because all these classes, Appium driver, Android driver, mobile element, all these classes are available in that particular library. And I will quickly show you what are the important methods inside those classes. So Appium driver is like the base class for the Android driver. So actually Android driver and iOS driver inherits from those that class. So here are the important classes like methods like close app, context, find elements by XML ID, get context handles, which we have already seen. Then get orientation to get the orientation of the device, like if it is a portrait or the landscape orientation. Then get remote address to get the remote address of the node. Then hide keyboard to hide the keyboard on the phone or the device. Install the app to install the app on your phone or device. Perform multitouch action. This is required to perform multiple actions at the same time. Then this is the Android driver class, and it has got the different methods specific to the Android device testing. Like you can use the swipes method to swipe from point A to the point B. Then context, current activity, which is used to get the current activity. Then press key code, long press key code, close app, launch app is locked to get to decide if the device is locked. And to lock the device you can use this method, lock device. Then zoom and pinch, tap, open notification to open the notification area. Then you can also start the activity using this method. An Android app can have multiple activities, or so you can start specific activities using this method. Then you can use this method to rotate the screen orientation, and we can reset the app using this method. Then install the app. So all these methods are important and specific to the Android automation, which you can use. Then let us look at some of the actions that we can perform on the mobile phone using Appium. Like we can use the how to find the central position of the elements. So you can use this particular code to find the central position. We have got one method which returns the position of the size of the screen. So this is the method get location dot get x and get location dot get y. This returns the top corner of the element, top left corner of the element, and to get the center of the element you can use this get center dot get x. So get location dot get x and get center dot get x. These two methods are required to get the location or the center of an element in the Android app. Or similar code you can use for the iOS app as well. And moving on, let us try to understand how to swipe horizontally and vertically. So we can use the swipe method of the Android driver class or the iOS driver class for swiping. So as you can see, there is a swipe method over there, and this method takes 5 arguments: the xy point coordinates, like starting point, xy coordinates of the starting points, and then xy coordinate of the ending point, and finally the time, how long you want to like swipe. So to calculate the x and y coordinates, you can first of all get the size of your device using this method, get size. And once you get the size, you can calculate the like x and y coordinates. So when you are like swiping horizontally, y coordinates remain same, so which is height divided by 2, and x coordinate starts from 1 to the device width minus 1. So that's how we are swiping from left to the right, and reverse is the right to left. So we are like swiping from right to left. So let us execute this program to see how it works. Swiping test in WhatsApp, and I'm gonna execute this test, and here is my phone. So it will launch WhatsApp app, and then it will just swipe the screen, WhatsApp screen, from left to the right and right to the left. And similar manner you can swipe from bottom to the top or top to the bottom. Just you have to like pass the correct arguments like xy coordinates, and that's it. You can use the same method but with different xy coordinates. So as you can see, it has launched WhatsApp, and it will now swipe the screen from left to the right and then right to the left. So that's how you can use that swipe method in Appium to swipe the screen. If you like this video, hit like button. Then next thing is like how you can, I already told about how you can swipe vertically using the same technique, using the same method, and only the coordinates will change. Then tapping on the element, for that you have got the tap method. So I will explain you how you can tap on element. It's very simple. So here you can see that I have used the tap method of the touch action class to tap on the contact in the WhatsApp. So I'm gonna run this test, and over here it will launch WhatsApp app, and then it will click on the first contact in the contact list. So it has launched the WhatsApp app, and then now it's gonna click on the first contact or tap. So it's gonna see just tap the contact, and then the program will end. So that's how you can tap on an element in Appium automation. And moving on, we can use the long press method of the Android driver class as well to long press on the element. So here you can see that long press method is there of the same touch action class. So touch action class is very important. It provides lots of methods, like if you click dot over here, it will give lots of methods that can be used, like long press, press, and if you go down, release, tap, all these actions you can perform using this particular class. Then performing multiple touch actions and pinch and zoom. So performing the multi-touch actions is like sometimes we have to do multiple actions, touch actions at the same time on the phone, and we can do that using this particular class called as multi-touch action. For that we have to build the action objects, and we can add the option of action objects using the add method, like that. So here we have created two actions, action 1, action 2. It just moves the element E1 to E2 and E3 to E4, and we have added those two actions and then perform that two actions simultaneously. So similarly you can add multiple actions, like 3 actions or 4 actions altogether into this class, and then perform that altogether simultaneously. So that's how you perform multiple actions simultaneously. And how to use pinch and zoom. So there are some methods like pinch and zoom of the Android driver class, which you can use to pinch or zoom on the element. And finally we have got some errors that might occur in the Android SDK tools, like installation of the Intel 86 emulator. So Intel 86 emulator is required to like speed up the booting process of the Android device, virtual device, or the emulators, and you have to install that only in case you have got the Intel compatible or Intel powered laptop or computer. So on that particular computer only you can install that Intel 86 emulator, and for that you have to download that Intel HAX from the SDK manager. And once you download, you have to go to this particular directory in the Android SDK installation directory, extras Intel hardware accelerator execution manager, and there you will find this file in the haxm-android.exe. just double click on that, and then it will install that Intel haxm, which actually speeds up the booting process of the Android emulator. And also you need to ensure that virtualization technology is enabled, which is usually found, this option is found in the boot menu. So ensure that you are computer this virtualization technology enabled. So this is required if you want to really speed up the process of automation on Android emulators. And finally we are going to look at Android apps on the emulators. So for that you have to create the virtual devices using the virtual device manager in Android SDK. And once you create the virtual device, you have to pass this capability, device name as AVD1, and then rest of the API remains same for the emulator automation. Then finally we have got the Appium, how to attach Appium with the Selenium grid. So you can execute this command, node Appium, then dash node config. Here you are giving the configuration file, then here you have to give the port, device name, address of the server, and reset no reset options. And here is the sample configuration file that we have passed over here, so which tells basically like where is your Selenium hub port and hub host. Then we have got the URL, port, host of the, this is the port and host of the Appium server. This is the register cycle, like how long, after how long you have to register, and this is the port of the hub. So it will basically try to connect to the hub on this port and on this address. So that's how you can attach the Selenium, add this Appium node to the Selenium grid, and run tests on the mobile device in the Selenium grid. So this is all about this tutorial on the Appium. You can grab this tutorial on this particular website, softpost.org. And if you like this tutorial, you can hit this like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks.
Hi friends, if you find this video useful, please hit like button, and for more videos, please subscribe to my channel, and also visit www.softpost.org for more tutorials and updated videos. Thanks for watching my video.